Good morning, everyone. And I want to show you what I did with the, this is the one I did yesterday with the putty stuff, the graphite. So what I did is outline what I thought were the nice parts. I outlined them and then connected them. And it's not really totally 100% finished. If you get one of those black markers, as you can see here, I still have some to connect. That's one. That's one. And you can just go on and on and on with this as much as you want, and you can make all sorts of patterns in it, like I did here, where you just, you know, on one side, the shadow side, I'd say, just sort of give it a little extra pattern. As you can see here, I'll do that in the lighter ones where you can see it better. There you go. See that? And doing this is so much fun because you can make your base. You can make that somewhere where there's plastic on the table and all that kind of stuff to make sure it doesn't you know, cause some staining on your carpet or something else. But once you've done that and it's dry, you can then just take this inside and you know, just sit somewhere and really get into the Zen mode and just finish off the piece. Now, even when you've done this, I'll show you up close what it looks like with those little things on it. See, that makes it just a little bit more interesting. Now you could take it one step further, and I'll show you how you can do that. If you have, you can do this with watercolor, and you can do this with pencil if you'd want to. But what I would do then is maybe like here, around the whole thing, do a little shadowing, just to make it just pop a little bit more. And you'll have to do that a couple of times. Let me get a little bit more paint on there. See that? Make it a little bit darker. And just go around it and give it a sort of a shadow so that it just, you know, adds to the whole thing. So you could do that. And if you're not really happy with the whole thing, I really love how this feathers out. I love this. This is so beautiful. And this is this happens because of the paper. So it's, you can do it on a couple of sorts of paper, but I find this paper feathers out really beautifully. Then if you don't like the whole thing, you know, you're finished and you're thinking, well, I'm not too happy about the whole thing. Look at that. If you were to frame that, that would look awesome, wouldn't it? Take this part. So just forget about this and just focus totally on this bit here. Let me show you. See that? That is so awesome. I love it. But of course you have to really finish off the whole thing. And of course if you wanted to put it in a smaller one, if you wanted to take out more pieces, you could, because even that is pretty. That is pretty. That one's pretty. This one's pretty. See that? How many you could take out of this? So you'd be working on a large piece, and then in the end, you maybe you'll get 5 or 6 of these beautiful little art pieces that you could hang together in your booth at the art fair. And I'm pretty sure this is one of those things that people stop and look at because they're thinking, what is that? And that's really what art's all about. You want to pull out that curiosity and let people just, you know, make them come to you and look at it and wonder what it is, and then get a conversation going about the medium you used and how you did it. And that's all the fun, you know, that's fun. Okay, now I was thinking, because a lot of people don't have that putty stuff, and they maybe want to make one of these, because this is a lot of fun to make. I thought I'd show you maybe a different way to do this. I'm not sure because I'm going to try this right here on video. The thing is, guys, I really, the only thing I do offline is maybe if I have some paint left over, that I will do another 3 or 4 of those little squish cards, you know, on the photo paper. But other than that, I do everything I do, almost, I do online. So, on a video. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Okie dokie, here we go. What I'm going to do, there's some color in here, but that's not a big deal. I'm pouring it right here next to me on the plastic. And I'm going to add some color, dark color. A lot of it. Then I'm going to take a ball of cling wrap and I'm going to put that in there and I'm going to press it down like that. And maybe make a little motion like that. That's about it. You don't want to go overboard with it, so I'm putting this away. And I'm going to clean off the rest of the water. So, and this you have to dry. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I dried it, and I had one little bit where the paint went like that, so I added more because I like the effect. As you can see, the hairdryer blew all the paint all over the place, so that's kind of cool. I like to work with that. Right here you can see where the paint really puddled, it went darker, and that's the advantage of watercolor. Watercolor will always do that. It's sort of like alcohol ink, where if you go, you know, have a lot of alcohol ink in one place, it'll be intenser than the outer bit of the alcohol ink where it'll be lighter. So you can do that effect. You can do that with this. Now, then I'd like to come in with some color, but this time I'm going to take a different color. I'm going to do some navy blue. I'm going to put it here in my little palette and add a little water, just a little bit. And what you might want to do is just, you know, brush not over the over what you've already got on your paper, but just beside it, just to give it a really nice intense color. And then add a little bit of water so that it can do its thing and make those really nice washed out look. Once this is dry, it'll give the color a little bit more of a chance to pop up. But I really like this color. Beautiful blue. So just go around these spots you already have and start adding to it and make it just grow. As you can see here. Then I'd like to come in here. There's not much skill involved in doing this. You know, just do what you like and just go with the flow, I guess. See here, you can feather it out if you want to, so the color becomes more lighter. And we can do that here too if you want to. Just come along there, just feather it out. Because you have to always keep in mind that when you're playing with watercolor, the thing is that if you touch this, it'll sort of go back to its fluid state. It's going to mingle with the other color, and before you know it, it's all going to be grayish and oh, there we go. See that? That's what happens. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not. If you don't like it, just clean your brush and make sure all the moisture is out of it, and you can pretty much move it. And this goes for the normal watercolor too. I really need some clean water. Okay, that's looking cool. Let's go over that a little bit. Down here. But here you already see a nice little wash coming along, and that's going to happen here too, so it's going to be really, really cute. Look at that. I'm sort of guessing that even this, at this stage, it would be nice to look at that. That is pretty. I would add another color, but this is just, you know, abstract. That is something that people look at and they're thinking, wow, how'd you do that? But you guys don't have to ask how I did it because you've already seen it. So I'm going to come around here a little bit, then let it wash out. I don't want that little bit on there. And that, again, is one of the advantages of watercolor, where if you have something on your page you don't like, you just go over it a couple of times, it'll disappear. So as you can see here, the feathering effect, that's going to happen here too. Once I put a little bit extra water in there, that's going to happen. That's going to be pretty. Then down here. And then feather it out. And let's see what this does. As you can see here, that's starting to feather. That's really beautiful. I like it when it does that. So we'll give it a little more that we have that all over. Because I think that's the effect that people look for, and they think that's pretty. So we're going to do that a little bit here too. There it goes. I think it's coming along nicely. Now, when it's totally dry, yeah, I'm going to muck this one up, people. Don't be afraid. When it's totally dry, can you see here and there where I added the water, how pretty that starts to look? I love that. Yeah, I know. I told you a couple of times, but I really do love it. So what you could do is then come in with your marker and do something to it, and you know, you can't go wrong. Even if you'd want to just, you know, circle something like that, and then another, and another. Just make those circles. That'll look nice. And I'd do one here. And circle. And if you do this with a really fine pen, you could do a lot of these circles, you know, in each other, and that would make it look really beautiful, because the thinner your pen line is, sometimes it makes it just that little bit more interesting. And you just go and do whatever you want. You could doodle on this. This is sort of doodling, but not really, because you don't have a repetitive pattern. But this is just, you know, going with the flow, doing something that you think is pretty. And I'm going to do it again here. And like I said, I'm just doing something, just making this up as I go. But I would normally do the whole background and then think about it and think about something that I would find really pretty. I like the other one better, by the way, just in case you want to know. So you just do that all over the place, and then it'll be something interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, that's okay. That's beautiful. Love that. I like that bottom bit with that all the blue in it. I really like that. That is really pretty with a little bit of that. Yeah, that's pretty. So guys, if you don't have the putty stuff, just take a piece of cling wrap and then have some plastic on your table like I have here. Let me put this away. So you have your table, put plastic on it, then just put water on it. Just well, clean water, this I've been using. Just put water on it like that. Put a little color in there. There you go. Oh, did I throw my cling wrap away? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. I'll get a new piece of paper. And if you do have, if you have the, what do you call it, the watercolor in naps or something like that, that's okay. You can do that. Just takes a lot longer to get it all. Let me just make something out of this. There it is. So this is really easy. Even kids can do this. It's a lot of fun. There you go. Now I'm throwing it away. So let that dry, and if you really like that feathering thing, just let it dry, add a little bit of water when it's almost dry, and it'll go feather. It'll do that all by itself. But guys, if there's one thing I would really encourage people to do, if you're in the USA, mail to Dick Blick, ask them to buy this stuff. It's very cheap, much cheaper than the normal watercolors, and a little bottle goes a long, long, long way. And you don't have to start with, you know, the naps are dry, so you have to add water and keep on adding water. But this comes straight out of the little bottle, and it is intense. No matter how many times you use it, it's not like the most color sinks to the bottom. I always do shake them, but they keep their consistency, and they keep the vibrancy of the colors very nicely. And if you're doing a lot of this type of work, I think that's awesome stuff to use. Dick Blick, they are open for questions like that. That's how, way back in the beginning, you guys all emailed Dick Blick to buy the Vallejo fluid acrylics, and they did that. And now they have all the pouring mediums, so I would just send them an email, ask them to buy them. And they will, I'm pretty sure. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you in a bit. When I've got my paint ready, I'm gonna do another feather pour. So see you in a bit. Oh, liebe euch alle, war ich bei, what is almost in German? I don't know. But ich liebe euch alle, wie immer. Love you to pieces. See you.